What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I recustomize and review past DLC vehicles that didn't have good microphone quality before early 2019. So as always guys, feel free to let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me recustomize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video we're going to be customizing the Pfister Neon, which I customized / reviewed back in 2018 when it released. So the Neon released with the Doomsday Heist update drip feed in January of 2018, and is available from Legendary Motorsport website for 1.5 million. In regards to performance, this car is in a sports class and has really good acceleration. However, the handling is pretty average, and like with most of these older electric cars, the top speed really isn't all that great. But again, its quick acceleration puts it in top 30 for most tracks, not including HSW, which honestly is still very impressive considering there's currently over 100 cars of a sports class, and this is a electric sedan. Top 30 is not bad at all. Now in terms of what the Neon is based on, it's primarily based on the 2015 Porsche Mission E concept. And before I get a million comments attempting to correct me saying no, it's the Porsche Taycan, which was the production version of the Mission E concept, well, that's impossible unless Rockstar can time travel, because the Porsche Taycan wasn't unveiled until over a year later in late 2019. So Rockstar literally gave us the car in game before the production model actually released, which is pretty funny. Now in regards to the styling, I don't think it's too bad. It's basically an EV Panamera for the most part, which isn't a bad thing. Definitely a lot more interesting looking than like a Tesla, for example, which has more of a reserved, simple design. This is a bit more, different and kind of catches the eye, which I kind of prefer. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Neon. Alright, Neon, let's do it. Okay, we got armor, brakes, bumpers. So you got primary splitter. So it's not the stock one, it actually gives you a custom one that sticks out. Okay. Secondary, and then carbon. Competition, which gives you little reinforcement brackets. Okay, I guess we'll go with the carbon splitter. Do that. Rear diffuser, you have race, which is secondary, and then you have carbon. Okay, we'll do the carbon. Engine, hood, you got double stripe and single stripe. Now these are linked to your secondary color. So it's kind of weird the way Rockstar did this, because technically this is a livery. It's not really a hood option, but I don't know why they didn't put it in a livery section. But it is linked to the secondary, so I guess that kind of makes it more special. So that you can kind of custom make that color of this stripe to whatever you want instead of just, white or black or whatever. So that's convenient. I do like the center stripe, so we'll do that. Lights, some xenons. Mirrors, you got the race mirrors, carbon, and you got the cameras. So the cameras are more like the actual the Mission E concept. So if you want something a bit more similar to that, you can do that. Or if you want a more, I guess, Taycan look, you can do that too with the stock mirrors. But I think I'm gonna go with the primary cameras. Kind of like how that blends in, and it just makes it look, I don't know, a lot better, a lot less going on in that area. Plates, we'll do black background, and throw on here the plate I put on all my electric cars, which is glitching out right now for some reason. Huh. So Rockstar fixed something and then broke something else. It won't let me go to my LOL what plate. That's fantastic. That's broken. I don't know why it's doing that. It was working fine. I mean, I customized every single car in the DLC with no issue that came out recently, so I don't... Oh, okay. Well, I will skip that for now, I suppose. I'll just throw that on there. Respray. So for this, I was thinking of like, white, or like a gray, but honestly, I think the brushed metal, the brushed aluminum looks really good on this car. Just like the way that it makes all the lines pop and it gives it sort of that futuristic look. So I'm gonna go with that. And then secondary, I actually want to contrast it with some blue. So let's go here to metallic, and I think we'll do like a bright blue on here, like an ultra blue or something like that. Yeah, the ultra blue. It just makes it look, I don't know, just gives it a nice look. So we'll do that. Equivalent before this car goes on the door. Okay. Skirts. You got primary, secondary. Got the carbon skirts with the blue Pfister logo there. Looks awesome. Kind of makes that match, you know, with the stripe color we just did. You get all the different variants. So they're basically just bigger skirt options compared to the previous. I guess we'll go with this carbon race skirt here. Spoiler upgrade. So this is probably the most disappointing part of this car is the spoiler options. So stock, you can see it actually has the cutout for an active spoiler, but on this car that doesn't work. It sucks. It's annoying. You know, it doesn't have an active spoiler, sadly. So instead you have these options here, and this is the only way you can get the traction benefit. So if you're going to be, you know, racing this car, you want to get the most out of it traction wise for a better driving experience, you're kind of forced to put one of these massive spoilers on here. And it's kind of unfortunate how there's nothing subtle. Like every single spoiler is pretty massive. The only one to me that looks kind of decent is maybe the carbon spoiler, even though it's just a little bit still too tall. This is just way too tall. This is worse. This is a bench, you know, a park bench. This just it sticks out too much. It doesn't go with the flow of the car at all. So really, I'm gonna put up this one on just so we can, you know, have a better driving experience. But in general, I mean, if you're not gonna be driving it that much, I think it's better just to leave, you know, to do no spoiler. I think the car looks a lot better with no spoiler personally. But we'll do this for the video. Suspension will lower it. Wheels. The stock wheels are nice, but I do want something different. So we're to the track category, and for this one, I think the Super Lux looks really good on here. We can also go with something like the where is it? The Ice Storms, the Forge Stars. These look really good too. Or in Street, I think the center lock wheels, the Hyper Fresh, those look really good too. That gives it a nice look. You know, I think I'm gonna go with those, and we'll do the black. Yeah, that looks good. We could also go with a gray. I think the gray would be better actually. Yeah, let's go with the stone silver there. Yeah, it looks a lot better in the black in this case. Windows, we'll black them out. And alright, exit to ground, take it for a drive. I remember the day this thing released, my original video customizing it is still up. I was so shocked by the acceleration. Because back then, I mean, it was like the fastest accelerating car we had ever gotten in an update. I believe the Raiden came out before that, and that one was shocking, but this one was just like a step above that. So, I mean, even today, I mean, that acceleration is just awesome. And it's more like realistic to like the older electric cars. Obviously, you know, newer electric cars now, like the Tesla Plaids and all that, they have very high top speeds, but you know, early electric cars, the top speeds kind of sucked. You know, they topped out at like, what, like 110, 120, whatever. So this is more like similar to that. Jeez, the acceleration is just nuts coming out of the corners. It's so brutal. You take a corner and you just punch it, and it just... But when you drive these cars, you have to make sure that the direction you're pointing is where you want to go before you floor it, because if you floor it, you know, like this, you're gonna understeer to the outside of the road. So you want to make sure that you're pointing the direction you want to go, and then floor it. If not, you're gonna understeer into something you don't want to go into, like a tree or car. So here I'm gonna accelerate early on badly on purpose, and you can see, say boom, we just kind of grazed that post there. So, you know, got them throttle a little bit too early. It's the case with electric cars, also cars that have insane acceleration, like the LG RH8, the Calico GTF is a great example. A lot of people are like, oh, that car sucks at handling. It's not bad. You just have to, you know, go on throttle when you're pointing in the direction you want to go, not too quickly. I believe this car also it's pretty quick in reverse too, from what I remember. Yeah, it's not bad accelerating, but the top speed's kind of low. This first person, the acceleration, man, it's just nuts. And I believe the early electric cars, that's like a front wheel drive burn on when you hold the gas and the handbrake. Yep, it still does the. And then if you do regular brake in the gas. You can do burn out with the front or the back. It's so weird. But still a cool car. There's regular and there's high beams. I don't think anything opens on this car from what I remember. I think it's just the doors, but let's double check here. Manage vehicles. I always go to the other regular preferences. In my head, I'm thinking preferences, and it's in the other category. All. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the doors. It is what it is. I mean, it is supposed to be kind of like a concept car, so it makes sense. I didn't even realize on this one they got the center. They stretched the center console. Look at that. They stretched it all the way to the back. That actually looks pretty sick. Huh? I never noticed that. Not a bad car. Is it worth 1.5 mil? It depends. You know, if you're a fan of the Porsche Taycan in real life or the Mission E concept, I guess. You know, but in general, you know, nowadays in GTA Online with all the crazy cars we have now and stuff, I don't think it's like 100% worth it personally. I think there's a lot better cars you can get for that amount of money, especially on sale and stuff like that. So that's kind of my take on it there, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Also, the customization stuff is lacking a little bit in some areas, like the spoiler and all that. So it's not a perfect car by any means, but it's pretty decent. Anyways, again, guys, definitely let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me recustomize from early 2019 and older, as always, down below in the comments that I haven't done yet. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.